Hey there, welcome to Fun Learn Talks, the podcast where we break down business, technology, and history into stories that sparks your mind and makes you smarter. I'm Anu, and we explore ideas that shaped the world from empires and entrepreneurs to code and culture. If you love connecting dots and asking why things are the way they are, you're in the right place. Let's get started with today's story. As we leave the ancient landscapes of the Tang Dynasty, we carry forward the reminder that wisdom often comes in many forms, from the thunderous declarations in court to the silent revelations of a secluded path. What an intriguing journey through history, right? Let's keep going. Imagine the bustling taverns of the Tang Dynasty, filled with the rich aromas of wine and food. A vigorous man with piercing eyes commanding the attention of the room. This man, Li Bai, a poet of both Turkic and Han descent, held his audience spellbound as he recited verses that touched on the universal themes of friendship, homesickness, and the peculiar sorrow of parting ways. His refrain, "Heaven gave me this talent, it must surely find a use," from his popular poem, Bring on the Wine, resounds as a poignant expression of his yearning to blend his poetic prowess with official duty. Meanwhile, the literate and talented Xuē Tāo, a former official's daughter turned courtesan, crafted her poetry from the fabric of personal grief and societal observation. The simplicity, yet piercing clarity of her 10 poems of separation captures the poignant betrayal and shifting fortunes experienced by those at the whims of power. Through her verse about a favored dog, cast out for a single mistake, she weaves a metaphor for her own precarious existence at the edges of political favoritism and personal survival. What's surprising is the vigor with which these poets from the Tang period articulated such complex and deeply personal experiences in their works. The arts were not just thriving, they were deeply woven into the very fabric of political and personal identity during Emperor Xuanzong's reign. The Pier Garden, his initiative for cultivating talent within the palace walls, reflects his deep appreciation for the arts. To this day, the Pier Garden's legacy endures in the world of Chinese opera, where performers still honor Xuanzong before each show. Now, let's take a turn into the realm of political intrigue and personal scandal. When Emperor Xuanzong, at the age of 60, fell for Yang Guifei, his son's enchanting wife, the entire empire felt the reverberations of their affair. Li Bai, in his characteristic way, captured Yang Guifei's overwhelming beauty in a line that halted longing for mythical goddesses. So struck was he by her earthly allure. Yang Guifei's ascent as Xuanzong's favorite concubine, transforming her from a political sideline to a central figure, reshaping the court's dynamics. Her first cousin rose to the position of prime minister. But all was not idyllic in this era of supposed golden tranquility. The famed poet Du Fu penned Song of the Beautiful Ladies, an acerbic reflection on the ornate, corrupt nature of the court under Yang's influence. Li Bai himself, despite his ethereal talent, found the intoxicating corridors of power a challenging landscape. In 742, he secured a spot in Xuanzong's court, though not in the capacity he desired. Instead of advising on matters of state, he crafted poems for official occasions. This stint was marked by his renowned drunken displays and a subtle enmity with Lady Yang, which, combined with courtly rivalries, ultimately curtailed his aspirations. His eventual resignation marked an unceremonious conclusion to his turbulent courtly endeavors. Contrastingly, another figure, An Lushan, a man of mixed Sogdian and Turkic heritage, later entered the scene, advancing from humble beginnings to a high military station. He played his part with robust humor, endearing himself to the emperor and Yang Guifei amidst the aristocratic spleen. The intricate dance of favor and influence of literature as both commentary and catalyst illustrates the feverish complexity of Tang society. The very artifacts of the era, ceramic sculptures in tricolor amber, green, and creamy off-white, embody the rich, sometimes contrasting layers of cultural accomplishment and human folly. Reflecting on these narratives, these lives steeped in poetic expression, precarious affection, and potent politics, offers us a provocative look into the heart of human endeavor and artistic testament across the ages. These stories from a distant past still resonate, echoing the timeless themes of love, ambition, and the irresistible allure of power. Interesting, right? Let's keep going. As we reflect on this turbulent chapter of history, it's striking how An Lushan's revolt not only altered the political landscape but left an indelible mark on the culture and people of the era. The Tang Dynasty, known for its brilliant poets and expansive influence, experienced a decline that set the stage for centuries of upheaval, evidenced by the eventual rise of the Song Dynasty under dramatic circumstances. Through these narratives, we see the complex interplay of power, betrayal, and the human condition. And Lushan, initially a trusted figure who rose through the ranks by leveraging alliances and displaying loyalty, ultimately catalyzed a rebellion that led to profound shifts within the empire. His ambition paved the way for his downfall and brought about his death in a manner as ironic as it was brutal, murdered by his own son in the dead of night. This chapter of history also throws into sharp relief the role of leadership during times of crisis. The Tang emperors, faced with rebellion and betrayal, struggled to maintain control over a fracturing empire. Their responses, from fleeing the capital to the tragic death of Yang Guifei, underscore the vulnerabilities and the personal costs of ruling. Additionally, the poetry from this period, from Dufu's vivid descriptions of his family's desperate flight to Baijui's poignant lamentations, captures the profound human emotions of sorrow, helplessness, and resilience. These works not only provide a window into the souls of those who lived through these times, but also serve as a reminder of the enduring power of art to convey the complex tapestries of human experience. In the aftermath, the fragmentation of the Tang dynasty served as a catalyst for regional growth, particularly in the south, which became a hub of innovation and prosperity. This region's development in agriculture and trade not only reshaped its landscape, but also its cultural identity, contributing to a sense of regional pride that persists to this day. More poignantly, the story of the Tang dynasty's fall and the emergent Song dynasty brings vivid lessons about the cyclical nature of history. The spontaneous and reluctant rise of Emperor Zhao Huangyin, propelled by his own soldiers, was both a product of its historical context and a precursor to further transformations within China. This sequence of events highlights how the forces of loyalty, ambition, and fate can interact in unpredictable ways, shaping not just the destinies of those directly involved, but the courses of empires. As we wrap up this chapter, it's a reminder that the echoes of history are long and pervasive. The rise and fall of dynasties, the cycles of peace and upheaval, and the continuous flow of cultural evolution from one era to another shape the fabric of human history. Each story, each poem from that time is a testament to the resilience and the perpetual rebirth of civilization against the backdrop of adversity. So, what can we take away from all this? Perhaps it is the understanding that history is not just a series of events, but a mosaic of human experiences and emotions. Each piece tells a story of ambition, survival, and transformation, providing lessons that transcend time and geography. As we move forward, these stories compel us to reflect on our own times and the legacies we are creating for future generations. That's it for today's episode on Fun Learn Talks, where stories from business, technology, and history keep your curiosity alive. If you enjoyed the journey, make sure to follow, rate, or share it with a fellow curious mind. And hey, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment or connect with us online. I'm Anu, and I'll catch you next time, right here on Fun Learn Talks. Until then, keep learning, keep wondering.